what's up, people? Where the food at? It's like this. I've wanted to do a live battle today, but unfortunately I couldn't do one because when I got on Showdown, it said that the servers were down, so I couldn't look for a battle. So if y'all want to have a RU battle, RU is where I'm going next. I'm trying to learn more on RU because I'm getting wrecked in RU. Then just either comment or go to my Twitter at ArtersVI and hit me up on Twitter. Like if you want to battle, then go ahead. If you want to battle, then just tweet me and I'll battle you. But looking at this team, it's a mixed tier battle, 3 OU, 3 UU and under, and I really brought some overpowered Pokemon that are OU, which is Landorus and Terrakion Azumarill. And my 3 UU Pokemon would be, UU and under Pokemon would be Tentacruel, Sharpedo, and Mega Pidgeot. I brought Mega Pidgeot instead of Gardevoir. It's not really changed from my OU team that I used last. I just kind of got lazy on the team building. My opponent, Fido, he has a whole bunch of threats on his team. This is our second battle. He's a really good sport. He's awesome. Thank you for letting me. Thanks for just battling me again. But if y'all want to see more, then hit the like button and subscribe. Hitting the like button, it helps a lot. It helps me grow my channel, and that'll just be great. My goal is 200 subscribers and at least 4 likes for this video. That'll be great. And so we're going to go ahead and get right into the battle. So looking at his team, I figured that the best Pokemon to lead with would be Terrakion, since that Ambipom is so obvious to lead. And Ambipom, he's just a threat. Once you go UU and under, you always see Ambipom. So I brought Terrakion just to scare out Ambipom, as this Ambipom is of course going to go for Fake Out. And I actually didn't switch out because he can't see my item. I don't have leftovers. And I actually have a life orb. I actually stayed in to fake that I had a scarf, as he's going to withdraw Ambipom, most likely thinking that I had a scarf, as I do not have a scarf. I actually have a life orb, and he's going to go out into this freaking Slowbro that could take any of my hits. But I do get my Stealth Rocks up, which is great, since I don't see a Defogger or a Rapid Spinner on his team. And it's great to get that residual damage. So I'm going to switch out my Terrakion. I really don't want anybody to take a Scald because it'll risk the burn. And my Sharpedo, I figured he could take a Scald, as he doesn't take it as much as I wanted to, and he actually gets the burn. And maybe he's thinking that I'm going to switch out again because a burnt Sharpedo can't do crap. But I'm going to reveal that I'm actually a special Sharpedo, go for the Dark Pulse and do a crap load of damage to this freaking Slowbro. And I was actually hoping he didn't want to go for a Select Off, but he actually goes for Scald, which is great. I survived that, and I'm going to take some burn damage, as he's going to get his leftovers. I don't know why I keep thinking that every Slowbro is Mega Slowbro. Mega Slowbro is scary. So I'm going to take the burn damage, just barely survive with 4 HP. And I know I have 1 turn in me, so I know he's not going to let this Slowbro die. Slowbro walls a lot of my Pokemon. So instead of going for another Dark Pulse, I'm actually going to go for Scald, as he brings in his Togekiss. And that's great, as I'm going to hit this Togekiss with a Scald. It takes rock damage, and that's great to have so much damage on this thing. And actually get a crit, which is even better. So this Togekiss is looking really, really low. And I figured that I could just finish this thing off with my Landorus. And I don't know why I made this play. This Togekiss is definitely below 25%. It can't come back in after the rocks. So I figured that he would switch out. I don't know why, and I actually went for a U-turn. Maybe I was a little too sleepy or something. And he's going to stay in. Now I have to go out into a Pokemon and take a move, let him get a free move in. So I figured that my Tentacruel can take an Air Slash if that was most likely what he's going for, but instead he goes for Roost. So this Togekiss is back to a decent amount of HP, and I really don't like that. My Tentacruel, it definitely does have Sludge Bomb, so this thing could not stay in, so he switches out. And I just figure it's best to just go for a Sludge Bomb, as he brings in his Trevenant. I wonder why he brought in the Trevenant versus my freaking Tentacruel, because the Sludge Bomb is coming his way. As I do go for the Sludge Bomb connects, and it doesn't do jack crap. I knew this thing was specially defensive, but I do get the Poison, but he actually uses his Lumberry. I didn't see this, I looked away, so I thought that he still had an item, so I went for the knockoff. And that knockoff does do it does more damage than I thought. And he's actually going to go for Leech Seed. That's actually very unfortunate. I have to deal with the Leech Seeder the time that I'm not running Liquid Ooze Tentacruel. So he's getting this nice recovery from Leech Seed, as I know I really can't do much to this thing. So I have to switch out, and I know he's going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, so I have to go out into my Mega Pidgeot. not my Mega Pidgeot, my regular Pidgeot. It hasn't Mega Evolved just yet. As it's going to take a Will-O-Wisp, and it's not really going to care because it's a special attacker, of course. And I figured that I could just Mega Evolve at this point and go for a freaking Hurricane. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, going to turn into a Super Saiyan right here. Mega Pidgeot just looking nice. This is actually the first time I'm using Mega Pidgeot, isn't it? And I'm actually liking it. No, it's not the first time, but I think it's the first time in my videos. Maybe I'm forgetting something, I'm not sure. But I am able to take out the Trevenant. I'm not sure if that's a roll or not. Because that thing was special offensive, and special defense of Trevenant is bulky as hell. As you saw it take that Sludge Bomb very well. And he brings in this Ambipom right here. I really don't want to take a Life Orb Ambipom Fake Out. Plus that's more burn damage. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out. And go out into my Landorus right here to intimidate this thing and take a Fake Out. Since nobody else really wants to take a Fake Out, I probably should have went out into Azumarill, but then again, I don't want anybody to get knocked off, so he's going to go for Fake Out, and that does a clean chunk. Like, considering that this thing is intimidated, that does so much damage. So he's going to withdraw his Ambipom because he doesn't want to take an attack. As he's actually going to go out into the Togekiss again, as I decided I'm going to go for Knockoff this time, just to catch whatever it wants to switch in, as this Togekiss is going to get the crap knocked off of it. As it knocks off the King's Rock. That's not a good idea. King's Rock does not make it any easier to land a crit. It puts a crit, like, it makes non-critting moves, it gives them a chance to crit. It doesn't increase a crit chance. So I actually switched out into my Tentacruel, pretty much thinking it's going to go for a Roost, so I'm just bringing in my Tentacruel for free, as I can just go for a Sludge Bomb. As I do outspeed this Togekiss because I speed creep a lot. I'm not sure how much speed Togekiss runs over freaking Tentacruel, but I do get a crit on that Sludge Bomb, which is great. That's less turns that this Togekiss is in. So he can't really flinch me because I'm faster, as I'm able to go for another Sludge Bomb and take this Togekiss out, and that's great. I hate Togekiss. Togekiss inched the hell out of teams, but considering my Tentacruel was faster, it's not really that much of a threat. So he actually goes out into Nidoking at this point, and that's not really bad because I figured that this thing was a special attacker, and I've known Tentacruel to take Earthquakes or Earth Powers regardless, since this thing does have some defense in it. So I just went straight for a Scald, as he actually goes out into this Slowbro, probably thinking that I'm going to switch out into a physical attacker, somebody to take that Earth Power, most likely my Landorus, as he's going to take a Scald to the face, and that's not really going to burn. I really wish that I burned this thing, and this thing going to take some leftovers. So at this point, I know that he's going to go for a Slack Off, so I'm going to go for a Knockoff. Go ahead, get this thing's leftovers out of here. I don't know why I thought that would kill. I mean, this is Slowbro we're talking about. F Slowbro. So he's going to go ahead and get that Slack Off. That sounds so silly. And he's going to get a crap ton of HP back. And at this point, he could switch out, get a whole bunch of Regenerator, and just all the crap. But I'm going to go ahead and get a Sludge Bomb. He doesn't switch out. Probably, I was wondering why he didn't switch out, because he can risk the poison, as he actually reveals the Psyshock. And my Tentacruel is just not going to like that at all. I didn't know this thing would carry a Psyshock. I haven't seen a Psyshock Slowbro in so long. So that's going to do a whole bunch of damage to my Tentacruel. So he probably thought that I was going to switch out to take another Psyshock, but I figured that it's best to sack my Tentacruel because my Tentacruel took a lot of damage. He's not really going to wall anybody, so I actually went for a Sludge Bomb. Or maybe he thought that, no, I outspeed, so he thought that he knew that he couldn't survive another Sludge Bomb, so his Nidoking could take a Sludge Bomb, and he could take me out. So at this point, I know he's going to go for an Earth Power, so I'm going to go out into my Landorus, because I can just dodge an Earth Power. I felt like Tentacruel would make a good sack in the future, so this thing, he is going to go for Earth Power, and my Landorus is going to avoid that, as he's going to avoid his Nidoking. I mean, he's going to switch out his Nidoking and go out into his freaking Slowbro. And this Slowbro can just take a freaking Earth Power, Earthquake to the face right here, and it's just going to do enough damage to hit KO this thing. So I'm going to actually switch out my Landorus. I don't know why I switched out. I really don't know why I switched out my Landorus. I could have went for Earthquake and hit everything hard, but I decided to give my Tarako Obama some screen time, as he's going to take a freaking Psyshock, and he's going to barely survive, which is actually not bad. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Stone Edge. That's the only thing I know could really take this thing down, as I'm not sure if the crit mattered because on Life Orb is stab. Even that, I'm thinking that could go through Slowbro's defenses, as I'm gonna go down to the Life Orb damage, as he's gonna, no, I didn't go down to Life Orb damage, but I know this thing is gonna go for Ice Shard. I kind of wanted to switch out, but there was really nothing that could take this thing after the Ice Shard. Like if I switched out into a Azumarill, it can just go for an explosion and do a crap ton of damage to my Azumarill, and I didn't really want that, so I just kept my Tarokobama in here to take the Ice Shard and just go down. I'm sorry, Tarokobama. He actually did help a lot with the Stealth Rock, since I can go out into my Landorus at this point, intimidate this freaking Mega Glalie, and I can just go for Earthquakes. I mean, nothing to avoid Earthquakes. He probably thought that he could survive an Earthquake. That's probably why he didn't go for an Ice Shard, as he knew an Ice Shard wouldn't be able to kill, so I can just go for Earthquakes for the rest of the battle and win. And Landorus is just such a monster. It's just so freaking overpowered. I gotta take this thing off my team. This thing is too powerful. It's won me so many battles just because it's Landorus. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Nidoking out with an Earthquake, and I believe that is the end. Is that the end, or do you have any more Pokemon? Yeah, you have Ambipom left. So this Ambipom is gonna come out, and I know it's just gonna go ahead and go for a Fake Out. I really have no need to switch or anything, as I know I can take a Fake Out, and this thing is gonna go for a Fake Out, and that does a crap ton of damage to Landorus. Like, dear God. So I'm gonna flinch, but of course I can outspeed the next turn and finish this Ambipom off with an Earthquake. And that's just going to be good game. Good game, bro. That was actually a very good game. I probably shouldn't have brought Landorus because Landorus is just so OP. And thanks, guys, for watching, as always. If y'all want to see more, hit the like button. Subscribe. I have a whole bunch of other videos. And if there's anything I could have done better, then go ahead and comment. If you've made it this far, thank you. And just thanks for watching.